Te Kaha will be sailing shortly for deployment overseas for around 6 or 7 months. We will start with an operational workup, which means we test all our capabilities, and we'll then switch focus to ceremonial activities. We will be representing New Zealand at Gallipoli. Then after that we'll switch back to operational focus, where we will do anti-piracy or anti-narcotic patrols before returning home mid next year. The Te Kaha has recently been upgraded with a range of new systems. This gives us much more redundancy throughout the ship, so we can operate in areas, whether it be in the Antarctic waters up to the Arabian Gulf, to do any actions that we may need to do.
So the MCR, or the Machinery Control Room, is the heart or the hub of the ship. Now this has undergone quite a major refit. Previously I would walk in, write on the whiteboard that there is a fire in a particular compartment. Now someone will input it here on the touch screen, and the same image is duplicated throughout the ship. The detection system will also start fire pumps on board the ship, so we can be ready to fight the fire.
So the biggest difference in the upgrade on the bridge, before it had one computer screen, one radar and steering systems. Now obviously it's sleek, the 5 computer screens, which gives us greater situational awareness and allows the captain a quick overview so that he's able to make informed decisions when fighting the battle.
Being away for 6 to 7 months is a long time, so we have to keep occupied, and we do a number of things around the ship. If you can do 100 PT sessions within the space of a deployment, we generally get a t-shirt. It's quite a big thing to do that. And we have a bit of a competition to see who can do the best haircut, who can bake the best cake, and it's all these little activities that keep us motivated to do the job that we're doing over a long period of time. The last 5 weeks we've done a mission readiness evaluation, so it's a 5-week intense period to get us ready for the next part of our deployment in support of counter-narcotics or counter-piracy up in the Arabian Gulf. So we've provided presence up there in the area. Obviously a warship on the high seas is a real deterrent, so it's a vital our role. We're there as a presence to stop activities if we do locate them in the areas we're patrolling.
My team have been on board testing to make sure their reactions are at the right level for the operation they're going into. We try and create as realistic a scenario as we can, and that makes it more believable for the ship's company, and if they believe what they're doing, it makes the response more realistic. Fundamental premises of the military is train like you want them to behave, and so when they perform under pressure in the real environment, we know they'll be able to have some resilience and tolerance.
So a very busy period, 24 hours with very little sleep, but we tested through our paces, but the ship did really well, and we have been given a pass to continue with our deployment, which will represent New Zealand and our Navy in anti-piracy or narcotics operations. I'm up at the Helles Memorial up on the Gallipoli Peninsula, representing Te Kaha. So the ship is at sea at the moment. There's 6 of us who are representing the ship and the Navy. Very privileged to be here, very humbling to be here in the area where so many people lost their lives over 100 years ago.
So for the last 5 weeks we've been conducting counter-narcotics patrols, searching the Western Indian Ocean for dhows that are suspected of smuggling narcotics into East Africa. So we've located 9 dhows, we've boarded them, we've searched them, and in 2 cases we've found 2 large consignments of near pure heroin. Collectively those 2 consignments totaled 258 kilograms with an estimated street value of $104 million.
These illicit drugs, we know for a fact they're direct funding for terrorists. So it's important for New Zealand and for everybody involved in the CTF 150 mission to seize these narcotics to prevent the further funding of terrorism.
Yeah, 6 months, any time doing anything is a long time away from your family. We're at the time of the trip where you do reflect on what you've done and you sit back and you go, wow, you know, in the last 6 months we've travelled 39,000 nautical miles, and if you run a line around the equator, that's 1.75 times around the Earth. When you start this the journey, you know, a whole new crew brought together, and the training and evaluation period that we did at the start
really helps gel you, and we have been through an amazing set of adventures, so you can't help feel great loyalty, great affection towards the people, the ship itself, and everything we've done and everything we stand for. And this is the life that these guys and girls, myself, we experience, but it's the life of the Navy as well. It's busy, it's challenging, but it's incredibly rewarding. And then all of a sudden the next trip will come around, and that's in a few weeks' time when we'll go off again, this time back to Australia and then up into Southeast Asia to do more of what the Navy does.